Hey, good evening, guys. I am so glad you're here. My name is Christine Carroll, and I am the founder of Team Shine. So this is our team. So just to tell you a little bit about us, we are a three-time elite team, and I know to a lot of people that doesn't mean much, but what it means is that we're just a good team of good people. This takes effort by everyone, and I just tell people that to let you know that you're in very good hands. So I hope to God it means we kind of know what we're doing. Maybe not. I myself, I just want to tell you a little bit about me quickly so we can get into it. But I've been a coach for 6.5 years. And the way I started out was, I get emotional every time. I have always suffered from anxiety and depression, the girl with no confidence, a people pleaser, a doormat, just worried all the time. And my entire adult life, I was on some form of medication. It might have been an antidepressant, anti-anxiety. I've taken them all. And it's been up and downs throughout my adult life. So probably 8 years ago, we had moved to Texas, and it wasn't the move necessarily. I don't know what it was, but things got really, really bad. I was heavily self-medicating, and I was completely checked out on my family. I always say I was a body in a room. I was in a fog. I did not contribute to anything. I felt I was a horrible mom and wife. And I woke up one morning and my husband had literally left a note on the floor, and it said, basically, he kicked me out. He was like, you need help or it's going to be bad. So imagine waking up to that. It was a huge kick in the gut, and I realized that I had hit rock bottom. So being new in Texas, I didn't have any close friends, but I happened to, one of my old college roommates lived in San Antonio, which was about 5 hours away. So I was just like, can I come stay with you? I don't know what to do. And she's like, of course. So I barely grabbed some clothes, but let's back up a couple weeks. So I was on Facebook scrolling one night, and I saw this post for like the challenge group. And I read it, and I was like, it said something about Beachbody, home workouts, and Shakeology. And I was like, yeah, I know. I heard about that stuff from my now coach. She talked about it before. And I was like, whatever. Like, I was in such a bad place. I just clicked sure. And so I got my stuff in the mail. It was Les Mills Pump was my first workout. And that was very old school. For those that don't know, it was a barbell, and you added the weights to it. So it wasn't like you didn't have the equipment. And I got my first bag of Shakeology. So for whatever reason, I packed that in that car with me that day when I left. That was God. That is the only reason I put that in the car, as broken as I was. So I drove down to San Antonio, and my friend, just such a good friend, and she's like, I think I know where I can take you. So without going into all the details, I went to outpatient treatment for 5 weeks, and they diagnosed me bipolar the day I walked in the door. I always say that's a blessing. I know people might think like, what? But it was a blessing just for someone to say, this is you. Changed my meds immediately. That was a hard 5 weeks. I mean, intense therapy. But for whatever reason, it was God. I always say whatever reason, it's always God. I woke up at 5 o'clock every day, and I pressed play. I did my workout, and I drank my shake. And then I went and worked on my mind all day. And I did this for 5 weeks. When I came home, I still had a lot of work to do. I had a lot of bridges to mend and work to do to prove to my husband that I was better. But I also fell in love. Like, I got results weight-wise, but it's how I felt. I fell in love with Shakeology. I mean, like, obsessed with it and its formulation and how it made me feel. And I became obsessed with this working out and this community. And I was like, what? So I just was a better person. I finally had confidence. And I mean, being diagnosed bipolar gave me confidence. I finally found a passion for something at 40 years old. So I ran to my coach. You were invited here. And I bet the person who invited you had to ask you a lot of times. Where for me, I tease my coach. I'm like, I came to you. And I said, I want to do what you do. And so I signed up to be a coach. So for the first few months, it was just kind of a hobby. I always say it was rainbows and unicorns, because I was like, I'm so happy, which we all are. But then after 6 months into it, I realized what a legitimate business opportunity this was. And I was like, whoa, I'm a business owner. This is a fantastic opportunity for any human being on planet Earth that has a good work ethic and a heart to serve. So 6.5 years later, I am proud to say that, and I never thought this would be me, but we have had our second year of 6-figure earnings. And this is from that girl I just told you about. So when we say anybody can do it, if you take that story and you put me here where I am now, literally anybody can do this. Okay? So that is enough about me. I'm so excited for the other coaches that are going to speak to you tonight. So I'm going to start with Valerie, and she is going to start talking about some of the, I guess, myths and misconceptions that come with coaching. So Valerie, the floor is yours.
Hey guys, I'm Valerie, and before I get started talking about the myths and misconceptions, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm going to try to do something high tech here, guys. I'm a wife and I'm a mom of 4. I have 4 kids, ages 9. I'm going to show you their pictures. Don't they look so sweet and innocent? They're not. Let me tell you, they are not. So I've got a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old. They just had birthday. The younger 2 just had birthdays, 6 and 4, and they are a complete handful. I was telling Christine about them earlier. That's why they're in bed right now, because they are a handful. So, but I also work full-time as a school psychologist, and I'm a Beachbody coach. So where I got started, I was, like a typical mom going back to work after having kids, baby number 4. It was 8 months postpartum though. And the only thing that fit was maternity clothes. And like regular clothes, like still were not comfortable. I did not want to go out and buy all new clothes. So I decided I needed to do something. I needed to work out. But guys, like where I was in my world right then, I thought working out as a mom was selfish. Like I put my husband on a guilt trip when he would take time to work out. I'd be like, how dare you take time away from me and the kids and the family and like leave me with all 4 kids while you work out? Like I seriously made him feel guilty, but I was like, I got to fit back into my clothes again. So I started doing 21-day fix and drinking Shakeology. And I loved it. And it was all downhill from there. And what I had found was that like I had completely lost myself in my motherhood. Like, all my energy went into my kids. And when I started working out, eating healthy, I found myself again. I felt like me again. And I had more energy, more confidence, more self-esteem. Like those of you that have done this before, like you know that you find that out. And when people started noticing like that I was losing weight and that I was feeling better, they were asking me, what are you doing? And, I couldn't keep my mouth shut about it. And I found like I wanted to be the one to help them, right? Like I didn't want to just refer them on to my coach, who was great and fabulous, but I wanted to help them too because they were my friends. So that's kind of how I got started, because I wanted to help other people like me, busy moms who felt like, after you have kids, this is just the way things are. Like you gain weight, you don't take care of yourself. Like I wanted other people to help to realize it's important to take care of yourself and that, you're a better mom when you do those kinds of things. So I've been a coach for about 3.5 years now. And when I got started, I had a lot of hesitations. I had a lot of questions, a lot of concerns, and I'm sure you guys have some of the same ones. So I'm going to talk about like some of the biggest ones, and feel free to like jump in if you have questions about anything I'm talking about, or if I don't cover something that you have a question or concern about, feel free to jump in. Don't feel like you're being rude or challenging us or anything like that. Like put it out there. That's what we're here for. Okay. So the first one is that you have to be your ideal weight or look a certain way to be a Beachbody coach. And that's just not true, guys. Like you just have to be on a journey. Okay. So when I started, I was not at my ideal weight. I'd lost some weight, but not as much as I wanted to lose. But Beachbody coaches come in all different shapes and sizes. I know you see a lot of us here are women, but we do have some guys on the team too. And I'm a people watcher, guys. I don't know if you're a people watcher, but like at our coach summit, which is like our national convention, I love to like watch all the different people because we all look so different, right? There are some people that are like all tatted up with pink hair and all that. There are some, that look like the cute little sorority girls. There's like normal people like me, or at least I think I'm normal. We're all different. We're all different types. Okay. You just have to be willing to share your journey. Okay. And you don't have to be perfect. I love pizza. I love wine. I know there's a lot of us that love burgers and beer. Like it is okay. Like we talk about moderation. And when you have a setback or you have a struggle, and you will have one because we all do, because we're not perfect either, like we share that too. And that's what inspires other people as well. People aren't inspired by that perfection. They're inspired by the struggle and seeing us like pick back up with our journey and not just give up. Okay. The second myth or misconception is that you have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. And again, that can't be farther from the truth. Some of us do have a background in that, but most of us don't. And the cool thing is you don't have to, because all we are doing is giving people the tools to be successful. We have fitness and nutrition experts that develop these programs, and our job is to help support people in following the programs, right? Like be their cheerleader, be their motivator, like know about the programs to help them get in one that's a good fit. But it's not our job to give fitness and nutrition advice like a doctor would, and we shouldn't. And it's okay to share that. And I usually do. If someone asks about, you know, a particular condition or whatever, I always say, go ask your doctor. So we can't do the work for them, but we are there to motivate and encourage and support them on their journey too. Okay. The next myth or misconception is that you have to have a lot of time. Okay. No, guys, you heard me talk. I have 4 kids. I work full time. I do not have a lot of time, but this is worth it to me. Like I enjoy this. It's rewarding to me. You can make this a full-time job. You can make this a part-time job. You can make this a hobby. It's as much or as little as you want to do. In terms of like the hours per day, and again, you can use as much or as little as you want. You don't have to have an hour altogether to work it. You can do it in pockets of time. And I think that's probably what most of us do. That's what I do. Like I don't have an hour altogether, but I have a pocket in the morning, and I have a pocket maybe midday or afternoon or after I put the kids to bed. Sometimes my pockets aren't all the same, but they add up to a lot of time. You know, like any job, you've got to put in some time to get trained in the beginning, right? Like we aren't just born knowing exactly what to do. So yeah, in the first few days, you know, you might have to put out a little more effort, taking time to learn, you know, what you're doing as a Beachbody coach and invest in that training. And you just have to be willing to do the work and be coachable. You know, that's why you have us, like to help you along your journey. We're not just going to leave you to figure things out on your own, but we're going to help and support you as well. Okay. I love this next myth or misconception, and that's that you have to be an icky salesman, you know, the kind like people see you coming and they're like, oh, I'm going to go the other way. I don't want to talk to that girl. She's going to try to sell me something. That is not what we do. And if you follow us on social media, like you'll see we are passionate about what we do. We love our products. We love our workouts. We love all those things, but you don't see us, or you don't see us, maybe you see other people, but you don't see us with our little cup, our Shakeology going like this in every picture, or you don't see us just like putting a picture of a bag of Shakeology on a shelf or one that Beachbody gives us. No, we share us, and we share about what we like, just like we would share about our favorite restaurant or our favorite new pair of shoes or, you know, something like that. We don't push products or shove products down people's throat. We tell them about them. If they want to use them too, like we'll help you along, but we're not going to like push things on people. We just share our journey, and we share us and what makes us us. The next one is that you have to have a large social media following or know a lot of people or be an extrovert. Okay, I am so introverted, guys. Like I'm seriously, like I don't like talking in front of people. This is anxiety provoking for me right now. You don't have to know a lot of people. You just have to be able to connect with the people that you do know and have conversations with them. And guys, introverts are even better probably at making like deep connections with people. You just have to have a willingness to share yourself on social media and share your journey. And, you know, you're not Beachbody, you're you. And so you're not just sharing even health and fitness, but you're still sharing those things that make you you. So I still share a lot about my kids because that's who I am. I share a lot about cooking because I love food and I love cooking. And I would share that if I was or was not a Beachbody coach. That's just who I am. Okay. And then the final one is that this is a pyramid scheme. And So if you Google like what a pyramid scheme is, and if you know about, MLMs, that kind of thing, like pyramid schemes, they don't have products. You're paid strictly by the number of people you recruit and bring into this business. And you can never make more than the person above you. And that's not the case with Beachbody. We don't get paid for new coaches. We don't get anything for bringing on a new coach. You can definitely make more than the person above you. Abby will talk next about how we earn money, how we earn an income. But yes, we earn commission off the products. We do earn money based upon our team volume. But if you think about it, it makes sense because all organizations have an organizational structure, right? Like think of any kind of like business, any kind of sales organization, right? There's the salespeople at the bottom, and then mid-level managers, and then, further up and up and up. And the reason people that are higher up make more money is because they have more responsibilities. So they get compensated more. So as you start to grow your team, you're investing in your team, you're supporting your team, you're training your team. So it makes sense that you are compensated for your team volume and not just your own personal sales volume. Okay. I haven't been reading through the chat here, so let me see if there's any kinds of questions. Oh, I've got introverts. Yay. Anything that I didn't talk about that you guys have questions about with our role? No? Good. All right. I'll turn it over to Abby.
Okay, now I get to check my technology skills because I even put together a PowerPoint, y'all. Hi. So, my name is Abby Gossard. I'm a visual learner, so I love to see things in addition to hearing somebody talk. Plus, then it takes the camera off of me and you guys get to see the screen and not me. Okay, so I get to talk about how we make money, and I will be as brief as I can possibly be about my story. What? You're raising your hand.
I want to make sure you tell them about you.
I got you.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Okay.
It's not transition. I'm transitioning. I'm just kidding. So before Christine rudely interrupted, I'm just kidding. I was scrolling Facebook on a Sunday night, which is why we will always tell you that it's really great to post on Sunday nights because people are just mindlessly scrolling. That was me. I came across a picture of this girl I didn't know who happened to be sharing her journey. And so basically she was saying, I haven't worked out. I've been eating too much. I've had too much beer, something, but I have a plan for how I'm going to get back. And I thought, oh, that's good. And so I just liked it. And then all of a sudden this girlfriend requested me, and I am a police officer's wife, and we don't just accept friends from anybody, especially on social media, totally protected, or at least I used to be. Now I checked out, figured out who she was. We had a couple friends. I thought she may not be too creepy, and insert Christine into my life. Turns out girl is a Purdue alumni, which for those of you who don't know, Purdue University is in West Lafayette, Indiana, which is where I am from. And so I'm like, oh, Valerie, you quit it. You and Destiny. Anyway, we struck up a conversation. I had used Beachbody products before. I'd done 21 Day Fix. I'd tried Shakeology before for 1 month and lost 7 pounds and thought it was great, and then promptly gained it back the next month when I quit and stopped drinking Shakeology. So then Christine came into play, invited me to her. You can't see these questions, can you? Haha. Okay, boiler. Oh, look at this, boiler up. I love it. So I'm going to I think I can keep these here. Guys, I apologize. I'm so dorky with technology, but I will do my best. So I jumped in with Christine. Kenzie was a Purdue cheerleader. Shut up. Look at this. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, jumped in with Christine, had was 2 or 3 days in before she was like, you should be a coach. I'm like, no way. Secretly in the back of my head thinking, I really like this. I like these people. I like what we're doing. I like how I feel. And then I just kind of ran with it. And so I have been a coach for 2.5 years. Yay! I have 2 boys, William, who is 8 with some special needs. And I don't think you will have any appearances tonight by my children. I don't think. But I also have a just now 6-year-old son named James, who is ruling the world, people. So anybody who has boys, boy mom here, like I said before, my husband is a police officer, and so life is busy. I find myself a lot of times being at home by myself with the boys a lot, and I know that there's several of us that can relate to being either by ourselves or husbands traveling and lots of chaos, therapies, doctor's appointments. And so Christine has really been great at helping me figure out how to shuffle my life and work Beachbody in with what I do on a daily basis and still allow me to be present with my kids. So now I'm going to stop talking, or at least about that. And I'm going to talk about more fun things, like how do we make money? Because I know that when I started this, my intention wasn't to make money. My intention was simply to get healthy, hang out with some fun people, maybe, encourage, inspire. I love to do that kind of stuff. I didn't actually think about the money aspect. So I want to ask you, let's see if I can get it moving. Oh, come on, technology, be my friend. Oh, look at, okay. So imagine what you can do, whoa, when you pull up your Excel sheet. Dang it, I got too cocky. Okay, what could you do with an extra $200 per month? Are y'all dying? I love it. Please tell me somebody's got this on story. Okay, good. Oh, it's being recorded. Okay, so what could you do with an extra $200 a month? Anybody? You can put it in the chat if you want. I'll come back and look at it. How about an extra $200 per week? $1,000 per week? How about $12,000 per week? Those are some of the opportunities that you have sitting in front of you right now that you have the ability to grab hold of and run with. So I'm going to tell you why and how. All right, so there's 4 main ways that we earn money as Beachbody coaches. And like I said, I have to see it in front of me. And so I'm hoping this helps a lot of you. As you hear me talk about it, you can see it in front of you so that you can go back and talk to your spouses, because you all know they're going to say, is this going to cost us money? Are we going to go broke? Is it going to be like when you sold Tupperware and we had $4,000 worth of Tupperware hanging out in our backyard? That was me, my husband. Okay, first way is with 25% commission. So this is any time that someone buys a bag of Shakeology, Body on Demand, they buy 2B Mindset, Performance Line, Beachboard, Ultimate Reset, 3-Day Refresh. Any of those products you get 25% of. There is a range depending on like the level, like how much things cost, but on average it's about 25%. And the best part is this last sentence, the last 2 sentences. And payday is every week. That's not making sense. We get paid every week. We get paid on Thursdays. So today is like happy day for all Beachbody coaches because we have money in our account. It's direct deposited. We never have to think about it. It just shows up there. Boom. Because we've either sold commission or we've had a team cycle bonus, which this is something that Valerie kind of touched on. And that it is kind of a more complicated thing to figure out, and your upline coach and the person who brought you in or invited you can explain this more in detail. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail because it will really overwhelm you, and let me just explain it this way. As you grow your team, as you rank advance, Beachbody compensates you for being a leader. So Valerie talked about it earlier. As you grow, as you become a better leader, as you bring on more people who become better leaders, who start to bring on more people who become better leaders, you get compensated for that. So as your coaches and the people that you bring on, your friends and family, and the people that you are inspiring daily by your posts, by the invites, by showing up daily for you and your workouts, you're compensated by our company. Third, customer leads. These happen when you have 2 active coaches underneath you and you yourself are active. You become an emerald rank. At an emerald rank, which y'all could be emerald ranks tomorrow if you signed up as a coach, then Beachbody will assign you customers. So these are customers who order off of Beachbody on Demand, who maybe just go to the website and they just randomly see an ad that shows up on Facebook or an infomercial, which is where I was. I had a coach before Christine too, and I never even knew her because she never reached out to me. But you get these leads as coaches, and that's a connection for you to make. It's a relationship for you to build. It's an opportunity for you to earn an income. Now, granted, not everybody reaches out to you, but at least they know you're trying. Okay, lastly, which is my favorite, called the corporate quarterly bonus. Okay, So I'm going to try to explain this. Beachbody sets aside a certain percentage of our profits each quarter. And it is set aside for leaders that achieve a star diamond rank. Now, this means nothing to some of you if you've never even heard that, but it's a way that we move our business forward. It's a way that shows that we've added leaders to our business. What this does is they divide a percentage out, and it's among certain ranks all the way down, but basically it can be a lot of money. If you're a 15-star diamond coach, you not only get the 15-star diamond coach, you get the 10-star, you get the 5-star, and you get the 2-star bonus. The 2-star bonus was about $800 last quarter. The quarter before was about that same as well, and I know that because I got it. And it was the best freaking, the most amazing thing that I've ever been able to do since being fired from Starbucks, which is a whole nother story, but being able to put that kind of money towards the debt that my husband and I have been battling for years is awesome. So before I go crying, we're going to keep moving on. Bottom line, and this is where I'm going to end it. You are in control of the income in this business. You control everything and every piece, every dollar that comes into your hands and into your family's lives and into your bank account. What you will also see is this blurb at the end. I'm not going to read it, but anytime we talk about money, we have to say this. Beachbody does not guarantee blah, 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 AKA do the hard work, you will get rewarded. That's really what it boils down to. So I'm sure I had a lot more notes. I'm going to stop sharing so that I can see what everybody was talking about. Oh my gosh, blowing up. Kids college fund. Ooh, new shoes. Wait, what are we doing? Oh, we're talking about fun stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay. SEC girl. We'll keep moving, Holly. Sorry, Holly. I love you, girl. You guys be babies. New shoes, girl. Vacation. I love it. Let's go on vacation, people. Get rid of my Dunker card. Yes. Okay, let's pay off some college funds. Guys, I'm digging this. Finish your basement. Yes, Valerie, I'm really totally that basement. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. Are there real questions in here? Because I could talk like this forever. Okay, so next up, because this person has an amazing story, and I know that she's going to blow everything that I just said out of the water, but I'm going to introduce Elena so that she can talk about her amazing weight loss story and then tie it all into how she rocks her business. Elena, it's all you, girl.
Okay. Hi, guys. So good to see everybody. So hold on. Sorry, I'm like Abby, and I don't know what I'm doing with this. I've got to figure out screen share so you can see what I wanted to show you. Where is it? Somebody tell me where it is. Oh, I see. Sorry. Okay. So this is me and my husband. A little bit about me. We have been doing Beachbody programs for about 6 years now. This was us 10 years ago, and we've had some fantastic results just by following the programs. I've lost 80 pounds. I've done it a couple of times, actually, because I had kids. So this was after my third. So this is like my most recent transformation. And then what else? This was between kiddos number 2 and 3 for me over here, and this was pretty recently. And again, you know, I just really, it just shows that these programs work. And the reason they work is because they're laid out so beautifully by professionals, right? And all we have to do is just show up and put in the work, right? We don't have to think about it. We just have to follow directions and put in the work. So I don't need to leave that up there. Let me just cancel that. Okay. So having weight loss or a fitness transformation like that, or you know what, even just maintaining your fitness, it takes consistency, showing up every day. It takes discipline, really not giving up on yourself and forming the habit and keeping the habit going. It takes that hard work, right? And it takes time, quite honestly, like a lot of time, not just a few weeks or a few months, but there were years between some of those pictures for me. So it takes time. And hopefully all of you have done a Beachbody program. You know how amazing they are, and you wouldn't just buy it and wait a few months and say, and never touch it or open it or do anything with it and say, oh, that didn't work for me. No, it didn't work for you. But the reason it didn't work is because you didn't put in the time and effort, right? It's laid out beautifully. If you just show up and do it, it will work. And that's beautiful. And this business is so much like that. So much. Beachbody is amazing. The network, the coaches, this team, they provide us so many fantastic tools, so many. And you have to invest some time in learning it. But once you do that and you show up consistently and you use the tools that they give us, and you put in the time and you put in the work and you're disciplined about it, and you don't just do it when you feel like it. I mean, you can just do it when you feel like it if you just want your products paid for, I guess. But if you want to build a true business and an income and have the, financial freedom that I know so many of us want and need, then it takes time and it takes effort and it takes consistency and diligence, just like your health and fitness does. So that's really all I had to say, I guess. I don't know, right, Christine? Is there anything you want me to add?
That was perfect. You guys all made me tear up.
Really?
No, it was, I love hearing, these are my people, and I love all the people on our team, and you were invited here for a reason, because I think the person invited you might like you, because they probably wouldn't invite you if they didn't like you, which means they want you to be part of our community too. So Elena, you said it beautifully. I remember, because Elena and I connected here in North Texas or North Dallas area, and I met her looking like her, and then she showed me her before photo, and I was like, you're a liar. Like, it blew my mind. And now that we've been working together, I have seen, I've gone to her home and she's got family pictures out, and I was like, that's so not you. You're making up this person that's on the wall. And it just shows you she has put in the work, and she is a true product of the product. I didn't have an 80-pound weight loss. I had a little bit of one, and then I put a little bit on it back, but my point is that it's a perfect example of what hard work looks like.
And you know what, that's probably something I should share too, is when I started coaching, I only wanted to save money on Shakeology because I loved it so much. It got me really fantastic results. I felt like it was expensive. Any money I could save. And so I signed up for the discount, and it didn't take me very long, a few months. I knew the programs and products were amazing. And I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3 young kids. So in that process over the last 10 years, I lost myself a little bit, and it was kind of like, I feel like I have a purpose. I love my children and my family, but I feel like I can do more, and I should do more. And so it sort of evolved for me. And of course, now I'm very passionate about helping women, and I love it. But yeah, that's kind of my story.
I love it. See, I know these guys so well, and I can hear them talk 1,000 times. Thank you. You guys did amazing, and I appreciate this. Kind of gives you an idea of who we are as individuals, and I like doing this because even just hearing from a few people gives you an idea kind of our team culture. You can kind of even see our chat, that you kind of realize we're all walks of life. Like one of my girls, or a girl on our team is in college, and then I am literally 20 years older than her. Seriously, she came to my house a month ago, and I was like, I can't believe I have a coach that's 20 years younger than me. But guess what? We're on the same team. Age doesn't matter. We've got empty nesters. We've got stay-at-home moms. We've got Valerie that has 50 kids and works full time. Special needs moms. Young adults working, their corporate career. It's single moms. It fits every walk of life, and that is the beauty about coaching. And like Elena said, they all said, you don't have to have a ton of time. It's literally what you do with your time. And that is one thing that I've been really reiterating to my team right now. There is a roadmap laid out for you, okay? Scrolling social media, following all these other people is not how you work your business, okay? Beachbody literally lays out a roadmap for us to follow. And if we stay consistent with those efforts, just like our health and fitness, then you put in the work and then you are going to succeed. So with that said, let's bring Christine to IU. You gotta take me to Kilroy's. Okay, so anybody have any questions, please, this is the time to ask any questions. If you're not comfortable getting off mute, then you can put it in the chat. And this is, please, take advantage of us being here. We would love to answer questions for you. Anybody? I hear somebody's like, not anybody? For real? I know what this means. This means you're all signing up as coaches tomorrow morning. That's what this means. No one has any questions. You are all signing up tomorrow. And I'm going to welcome you to the team page, and I'm so excited about that. You have no idea. I'm so excited. So excited. All right. For real? Okay, let everyone have because no girls lighting. There's someone that wants to be a coach. What do they have to do? Okay, so if you are interested in, that's a great question. What next? Okay, if you are interested in coaching, first of all, the person that invited you is going to follow up with you anyways, just as a courtesy because we did invite you, but you can also reach out to them and they're going to show you the options for enrolling. So, and that's a whole other different conversation. And if you've been invited, you kind of probably sort of went over that a little bit, but I don't want to get into a ton of detail because I want to make sure that you have that personal communication with the person that invited you so you can find out what works best for you. But you do have to enroll with something. I've had people all the time say, can I just sign up as a coach and not use Beachbody? No. Why would you do that? Why would I sign up as a coach and not drink Shakeology and not do the workouts, but expect people to join me? That's not how this works. So you have to be a product of the product, okay? If you've never done Beachbody before right now, that doesn't matter. It's sharing that beginning of that journey with the world. And there's a lot of coaches that do that. I kind of did that. Well, no, not really. I guess, I'm sorry, I'm not a good example. But when I fell in love with it, I fell in love with it and I screamed it from the rooftops. But, and again, you can be any kind of coach. You can come in and sign as a coach and just get it for the discount for a little bit. You can dabble, dip your toe into the coaching opportunity and kind of play around with it. And then you may decide that you want to go balls to the wall, and then you go balls to the wall, okay? I've gone balls to the wall for 6 years now, and it's fun, all right? 6 months was fun, 6 years for me, and it changed my entire family's life. Okay, Holly. Holly, do you want to ask questions here? Shannon, is this? Shannon, okay. Holly, do you want to ask them here, or do you want to ask Shannon personally? I'm sweating, man. I mean, I am so sweating.
I think ask them here because other people might have the same questions and they're afraid to ask.
I agree. Great.
Yeah.
Good job.
So maybe type them in the chat, Holly, or come on.
Questions are good. I love questions. Okay, Destiny, Valerie addressed this when she spoke about being at our ideal weight. No one wants perfect, okay? If you had sorry, Destiny's perfect, so you don't count, okay? She's got like a 24 pack, okay? But no one wants perfect. They want real and they want normal. We are storytellers. This is what I talk about all the time. We are not stock photos, okay? You post a stock photo, I'm gonna call you out. Okay, and your coach should call you out. We are people that are storytellers sharing our journey. Valerie talked about that, not being an icky salesman. You do not have to have a transformation, okay? I lost all this weight and I had a six pack. I don't have a six pack anymore. I might have a 2. I don't know, it just depends, okay? So there is no one wants perfect and no one wants to see perfect. Destiny actually shared, I sent this to someone, so you guys keep talking. You don't have to have that transformation. And if you're waiting for that transformation, you're losing out on income opportunity for yourself. And if you're in college, I don't know who's in college here. I paid my own way to school. I did not have a car, which means every job I had to walk to, which was some crazy places I probably shouldn't be walking to late at night. It was before cell phones, so that ages myself. I would have killed to have this opportunity to work from my phone when it was convenient with my class and study schedule. So, and that's when I was the heaviest in my life. So you do not need a transformation photo. That was a very long-winded answer. Sorry. Did that help?
Yeah. Hey, there's a question too about what to do if you don't have a big social media following. And I didn't start out with a big social media following either, and I still don't have a very big social media following, probably by a lot of people's standards. But it doesn't matter, because first you're connecting with the people that you're closest to, right? Your friends, your family, your coworkers. And again, you're not being an icky salesperson. You're talking to them about like what you're doing and, you know, asking them like, hey, do you want to do it with me? And just inviting them to join you. And you'll just gradually start to grow your social media network, you know, like just start adding a few friends every day. And before long, like that adds up over time. And I mean, if you had 2 new friends each day, you know, how many new friends do you have over the course of the year? And it doesn't have to be like, you know, icky friends or anything like that. Does that help? And there's something about Instagram, and Instagram makes me want to like, start flapping, because I'm more into Facebook myself. I guess I'm kind of showing my age here, and I am dabbling in Instagram, but I don't have a large Instagram following. I do most of my stuff on Facebook. So.
And Valerie, that's fine. No one on here had a huge social media following. No one. 0. Negative. And, like the top coach, 4-time top coach, 4 years in a row. I remember her saying she had 200 Facebook friends and like posted pictures of her kids every so often. Okay, so someone asked, I've been trying to keep up off social media. Are there ways to do this off social media? In this day and age, depending on what you're wanting to do with coaching, if you're wanting to build a huge business, I mean, everybody, that's a tough one. I mean, if you can do it in your community, but you're also limited. And that's something I like to tell people that maybe are in the health and fitness industry, that, you know, when you work, if you teach classes or whatever, or personal trainer, that is amazing, but you are limited to your own zip code. And again, depending on your personal goals, if you are wanting to make this insane income, then you have to expand your network on social media. And it's actually a really beautiful thing. There's people on here I would have never met. My coaches that are on this call talking to you, I would have never met if it wasn't for social media. So there is negative sides to it, but I always look for the positive. Yes. So I don't know if that helps. I mean, you can do it locally, but depending on what you want, it's not going to give you the results in which you might want, if that makes sense. Is there anything else? Thermofixate. What? What? Hey, does anyone know? Hold on, I'm responding to a message. Who's Courtney? What is that? Where'd she go? I can't see everybody. Sorry, where'd Courtney go? Hi.
Hey, so somebody was asking about ketosis, and I asked her how strict her keto was. She's on here, Holly, and then she said she used ThermoFight X. Hello. And so I was trying to figure out like what that product was that she was talking about.
This is probably a different conversation. This is more about the health and wellness versus coaching. So that's something I would take. When it comes to stuff like that, we just had a conversation right before the call. Someone was asking about another product. So I always like Google and try to do the research just based upon what I know about Beachbody products. But that's something that y'all might want to just take offline. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I love hearing Courtney talk. She's from Memphis. I love her accent. I love it. Does anyone else? Yes, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Destiny said something fantastic. And when you sign up, which I know you all will, again, everything is laid out for you. Okay? The work is the steps are there. You just have to implement them. So something about we talk about in our new coach welcome training is that like when Destiny said you don't you said just limited to social media to business use only. So I understand what you're saying, but there's also, when I talk about a stock photo, you are not a stock photo. Beachbody wants you to be you. So there's things of interest to you that always there's like a color wheel that we have in our training that kind of helps you realize interests you have. You know, like Elena is a stay-at-home mom with 3 young kids. Valerie works full-time. Abby is a special needs mom and a cop. You are not, there's the color wheel. Look at Abby. that you talk about things that pertain to your life and that people can relate to. Again, we are storytellers. People relate to the story and the struggle and the victory. So I openly talk about being bipolar. And you know how many people message me? And you know what? Some of them don't ever sign up. They just need a voice, and that's what you're supposed to be. So all these struggles that you have, if you share them openly, people can connect with you on so many different levels. Posting body pictures is how often you have to post.
I want to say something about posting body pictures too, because since I work in the schools, like I feel a little bit weird sometimes about posting those. And some of the people that like I work with that also work in the schools, like they feel a little bit weird about posting those too. So like I get that. And what I have done before, and this probably isn't the best thing to do because people can't totally relate to you, but I crop my head off of some of those body pictures when I post them publicly because I don't want to be like completely attached to it. But also, like, you don't have to take a body picture with your bare midriff.
Yes.
You know, you can wear something like form-fitting or whatever, or just regular clothes, just something where you can see a difference. Like, I would still take a picture with your bare midriff and keep it for yourself. You know, because one of those days you might want to go back and share that with someone. But if you're uncomfortable sharing, don't, like, it's okay. Like, yes, let's push you out of your comfort zone a little bit. But if you're completely uncomfortable, like, you don't have to do that. Don't do things that make you completely uncomfortable. Okay.
And I will just add to that. I personally love face transformations too. It's because you can see it. You can see it in somebody's eyes and in their smile and in their skin. And most of the time, you know, their face looks slimmer. So do those, or start there at least, if that's, you know, dig and find some old pictures of your face and do those.
I agree. Those are some of my favorite. Totally. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna, hold on. Let me pull up the picture because everybody talking about being a, certain size. One thing I want to say though too is a lot of this stuff that everyone has like concerns and hesitations, which is perfectly normal. So we have what are called vital behaviors, and I won't get into all of them, but one of them is personal development. And if you work with me as a coach or you're in my accountability group for your health and wellness, you know, I like beat this down their throats, probably to the point of annoyance. And I don't care because it changes your mindset. Because when I was back being miserable, I was also very negative. And my husband told me one day, you look for the negative in everything because I was in such a bad place. Personal development is an absolute hands down game changer. It gives you confidence to post that scary picture. It gives you confidence to send that invite to ask someone to join your challenge group. It gives you peace of mind to not yell at your kids every 5 seconds. It gives you hope to love your husband instead of thinking he's a horse's butt. It makes you nicer to your friends. It makes you drive happy down the road. It makes you want to eat better. It makes you a better human being in every sense of the word. So even if you don't sign up as a coach, even though I know you're going to, but it's just something that helps all of these questions become easier. So I hope that helps. I really want to pull up this picture, and it's one, Destiny. I've seen her before. I know her I know her personally. She's been here to a super live event here in Dallas, but I want to share this to you. You guys, she motivates more people you would not believe. Okay, hold on. Do you see Jamie? Please tell me that you need to be a certain shape or size. Destiny, I saw, because I love Jamie, love her. Okay, she was. Do you remember seeing her at Super Sunday with Shanti and her working out over at the side? She was in her Transform 20 test group. That's Jamie. She rocks. Okay, sorry, I get fired up. When people.
I always have a lot of people and they're like, I'm so out of shape. And that's why I shared that on my story, because I was like, it doesn't matter what shape you're in as long as you put in effort, because as hard as you work, like as long as you work, it's going to work. And showing her and how she has the motivation to get up and every day, and she's killing it, and she's lost a lot of weight. And who cares what you look like when you're doing it? Who cares what you start out looking like, as long as you get up and do it? And as the months and years grow, you're going to see a big difference. So I just posted that because so many of my friends that are like honestly in perfect shape always say, oh, I'm so out of shape. And I was like, no.
No, you're not. Does anyone else have any questions? And again, you guys, if you want to, like, I just had someone, I know someone's going to like message me some questions personally. And I know like we don't want to get into like nitty gritties, but any hesitations or concerns or anything. And you can always, again, message your coach and ask them. I'm really excited. I just, if we're done, because I know, oh my gosh, we kept it under an hour. That'd be fantastic. I just want to first say, first of all, thank you for those of my team that showed up, or our team that showed up, and Elena, Valerie, and Abby for sharing, those of us that are on here from our Team Shine that showed up, and for those that you invited and that they came as well, because I know our time is valuable and precious, and I hope this was a good use of your time, and I hope that, I know that you're going to sign up. So I cannot wait to see you. Welcome to our team page. I hope we're fun. We are fun. We are a bunch, I like to call us misfits, because I think we're all walks of life where we may not fit in a certain place, but I feel like we fit in here and we're a family. This is my second family. So I get emotional because I love my job. Anyways, okay, thank you guys so much. I'm going to stop the recording.